But first, we last saw her when we waved her off to celebrate her 50th birthday, but after 2 weeks of sizzling sun and saucy shenanigans, she's back! Yeah. Did you have a good time?
I'm really, really, really glad to be back, and I'll tell you why, because it was actually the best holiday ever, and I've had a lot of holidays. It was so good, and the party and everything, and I want to say, the party was in this just the most fantastic place. I couldn't have got a better place for it. And I want to say a big thank you to Patrick, who found it for me, because I haven't actually said that publicly yet. I was going to say it at the party, but he wasn't there. And, you know, just being there in Bangkok with all my friends there, all my, you know, really, really great friends coming all that way for me, I cried. I cried. I was very, very emotional about it all.
Can I just say something? She looked so beautiful on her night.
Didn't.
She did. Look. What can you say?
That's a pretty good picture from a distance. But, you know, when I saw all my friends and how they'd made so much effort, and I did... Oh, look, there's my family as well. My family were there. That's my brother Mark, my niece Emma, and my sister Kim. And they had such a great time. And I did get emotional because, oh, look, there's me and Mark. And the cake, and they got me a cake. Oh, it was just so beautiful. But it was emotional because, you know, just... There we are. There's me and my friend Sherry.
What stage in the proceedings was that? Quite early on?
Very early on,
yeah.
That was when we were standing up.
Yeah. That was just after I cried, I think. But seeing everybody making so much effort, and everybody looked so gorgeous, didn't they? Sherry looked gorgeous. She had a beautiful red dress on. And everyone, you know, with hair and makeup and everything. And the only person who didn't really was me, because I was so stressed.
Oh, for goodness
sake. You know, my hair on the day looked like Wurzel Gummidge. Absolutely, it did, because I looked at myself at a few pictures that people had taken, and I thought, oh, I better go and tidy myself up.
Was it everything that you dreamed it would be? Because I saw you just before you left, and you were a wee bit stressed about it all. You'd put such importance on it.
It's a stressful thing, organising all those people to go all that way to celebrate a party.
I have to just say, the place, this is without sounding really silly, was really spiritual, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it had a real feel about it, and we all felt very emotional. Yeah. But then when she cried, that was it, we all had to cry.
Talking of spiritual, did we last the whole night? Or...
Well, what do you think? No, I did well, actually. The music stopped at about 1:30, and I had to be carried, literally, by Mark and my brother Mark up the stairs. But luckily, I was staying on site, because it's like a resort with rooms and everything. So that was it.
I went to say goodbye to Carol, and her head was like that, and I picked her head up and went, bye, darling. She went, whoa. Well,
it was my party. I could get drunk if I wanted to.
It was very funny.
About 2 o'clock I made it to.
That's very
but
good.
I'll give you one guess. Who do you think was up the latest that night?
Ooh. Begin with a
D. Begins with a D. Denise Welsh. And you know it. Well, there were about 4 or 5 people who were up till about 7:30.
7:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Is it nice to be back,
around them?
Is it nice to be back in Blighty?
It's really good to be back. For the first time ever, I was on holiday, and I said to my friends Stephen, Simon and Mark on the last day, I did say to them, I said, you know what, I've never said this before, but I'm really, really glad this holiday's over. And they said, why? I said, because if we had to stay any longer, we would go home in a coffin. I tell you, we had such a good time. We did drink a lot.
It's lovely to have you back.
Yes,
yeah, it's great to be back.
And you're looking lovely. Now, the phrase "you look good for your age," Carol McGiffin, is something. You probably had it said to you a lot at your birthday party. Yeah. In an interview with the Easy Living magazine today, Sex and the City star Kim Cattrall has said that while she's proud of how good she looks at 53, she hates being judged by her age, referring to the old adage, "she looks good for her age." She says, "Why can't I just look good?" So do you take this as a compliment when you're told that you look good for your age?
Well, I do, yeah. If anybody says you look good at whatever age, I think it's a compliment. But I don't really understand where that comes from, because you look good for 50. That's what people say. You look really good for 50. What is 50 supposed to look like? You know,
exactly.
I don't understand where that comes from. You know, it usually comes from younger people who think you should look like them when they're 30 or something like that.
50, yeah,
exactly, because I'm sure I used to say it to people. So don't get upset about it, but it's a bit pointless, really. But you know, if someone wants to say you look good, I'm quite happy with the way I look. But I wouldn't say I look good.
Actually, it's quite rude to say that because aren't people obsessed with numbers? What is it in this country? You go to a police station and say, "I've lost my dog." Oh, have you? How old are you? And you go, what's that got to do with my lost dog? It's true, though, isn't it? You have to give your age to everything.
They do.
It's true, though.
Just checking your sound of mind, Cherry.
But the thing is, how insane is that? We're all obsessed, aren't we, with numbers? If we couldn't see, I couldn't tell how old you were. I'd have to feel how old you were. What's the difference?
I think it's a compliment, actually. I think if someone... I think it's like Carol, if someone says you look good, just take it as a compliment. If someone says... Like, I've always sort of kind of kept my age a secret because of work and stuff, and if you know, people that are casting you think you're 46, they put you in a certain category. And I've always said 40 Lala until I came on this show and I outed myself a couple of weeks ago. But if so, I know I look rubbish for a 21-year-old. You know,
this is why I've never understood the whole thing of lying about your age. I'd rather people thought I looked good for the age that I am, rather than, like you say, I mean, although I have to say, I do see it as a little bit of an insult. I mean, Alex Horne is a marvellous man, but when he said I look good for my age, I could have bopped him in the eye, because it means that you look good for someone who's obviously getting on a bit, and the first time that you hear it, it's a bit of a blow.
It's a bit of a backhanded compliment. It is a compliment, but to say you look good and then for your age means you don't really look that good, but you look good because I think you're really old.
Yeah.
You know,
but actually, we do get to a certain age where it is more and more difficult to look good. And when someone says you do look good, because we all know what we look like in the morning without makeup.
Well, I don't know what you look like.
To be absolutely honest, I look pretty ropey. I look a lot better when I've been in the makeup chair for an hour, let me tell you. And I think when I come out the chair and someone says, look at you, you look great, I'm thinking, oh, 46, it might have taken an hour in makeup, but I feel quite good about it.
Just take the numbers away. What have we got obsessed with numbers?
Women look better. I think women are always shocked because they do look better because they make more effort now. Yeah. I don't look like my mum did when she was 50. You know, I mean, the thing is, I was, what, 24 then, 25, so I probably thought she was 100 or something because she was 50, and I was shocked that she was 50, but no, she definitely looks older than me.
To the day when it doesn't matter anymore.
It always matters.
No, you should get to a point in your life where you go, do you know what, I know a lot, and like, I was with my mum the other day and she said, do you know what, Lisa, we're going shopping, I'm going to buy something for the house because I get much more pleasure out of putting something on my windowsill than I do it on my body.
That's really sad.
But she was very happy about it. She did a retail therapy, but for something else.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice
to get to an age where you go, you know, never should get to an age where you go...
It's not letting
Let it all go.
It's not letting it go, it's just being happy in your own skin.
And to be fair, Sherry, lots of people do that, just not in public.
Yeah.